We are the team behind the Cardano and Draper University Founder Residency program. This initiative was funded through the Cardano Treasury, voted in via Project Catalyst's Fund 13. We submitted a proposal for the Cardano Partners Growth and Acceleration Challenge, and we requested 1,644,000 ADA to launch the Cardano and Draper University Founder Residency program. This is a 5-week program, an in-person residency in Silicon Valley, designed to grow the number of venture-backed entrepreneurs building on Cardano. With the received funds, we allocated 844,776 ADA directly to the 20 selected startups. This is in the form of a builder grant. The remaining portion of the funding directly went to support program execution, technical support, operations of the program, and the residency itself. This provided a platform to highlight the Cardano community, ecosystem, and its founders within Silicon Valley. Over the past 5 weeks, we hosted 20 founders from all around the world, and we believe we delivered an amazing program. This program was built on 5 core pillars: venture fundamentals, fundraising strategies and tactics, especially in Silicon Valley, scaling and growing a Web3 startup, building on Cardano, and AI integration in decision-making going forward. To grow the Cardano ecosystem, we had 5 KPIs. Firstly, to push the existing Cardano builders forward to becoming venture-backed founders. Secondly, expanding the ecosystem by attracting non-Cardano native teams into the ecosystem. Thirdly, we wanted to boost the visibility and enhance the presence of Cardano in Silicon Valley. Next was to train founder investment readiness. And finally, strengthening and growing the community of Cardano for the long term. We're proud to say that we've delivered on all 5. We recruited and trained 20 global teams, equipping them with the skills to build a scalable venture and pitch with confidence. Secondly, we attracted 3 non-native projects that are now building directly on Cardano. We were also able to amplify Cardano's visibility in Silicon Valley and the Bay Area through strategic events, social media, and investor engagement. We also prepared founders for fundraising through hands-on pitch coaching, real VC exposure, and curated investor meetings. And finally, we believe we built something that's last beyond the program. Founders have mentioned strong bonds between other cohort members. With this momentum and continued collaboration, this will no doubt continue to strengthen the Cardano ecosystem. Like any ambitious program, we faced our fair share of challenges. Each one came with lessons that enabled us to strengthen this iteration of the program, as well as future cohorts. One of the key balancing acts we had to manage was curriculum pacing, speaker availability, and founder needs. Founder feedback revealed a clear insight. Although we did receive a very high NPS score, and everyone was very satisfied with the sessions that happened, few founders would have liked the pitch refinement content to come a week earlier, as this would have given them the opportunity to really maximize their time in Silicon Valley. Kickstarting investor feedback loops earlier, and giving them more momentum for their raise. Our takeaway: in future cohorts, we'll try our best to manage and front-load narrative development and pitch training from day 0, so founders are ready to engage with investors as soon as they land. Another challenge was onboarding teams with different levels of familiarity with Cardano. Some teams even arrived without technical team members, with little time between the conclusion of team sourcing and the start of the program. We feel like we've made the adjustments to the best of our ability. In this cohort, for those who did not find much value for the week 2 technical content, we created tasks and assignments that allowed them to focus more on their fundraising efforts. Looking ahead, we plan to build in more time between onboarding and program start, which will allow us to implement more tiered pre-program onboarding. This is to ensure every team is technically prepared from day 1, which frees up valuable in-programming time for deeper fundraising preparation and more work on pitches. These learnings will help us deliver an even higher quality experience for future programs. You can explore our full KPI breakdown in the project closeout report linked with this video. Some surprisingly powerful insights that have come up through the feedback. 1. The residency has been invaluable. The residency experience was transformative for the Cardano founders. While we highlight just one quote, Many, if not all, have shared how impactful it was to live and build alongside 20 other builders and entrepreneurs who are just as passionate as them. It created a deep sense of community that simply can't be replicated over Zoom. There's no substitute for being in the same room and living in the same space for 5 weeks. What might have taken months online happened in days, face to face. The second learning was investor readiness. Even the most technically strong founders showed a really strong appetite to sharpen their storytelling, fundraising, and cold outreach skills. It became clear this is a key area for continued support and additional focus for future programs. Some founders felt the time allocated for investor prep just wasn't enough, even though we already had a lot of content directed towards it. And finally, the third learning, more one-on-one mentoring. With a cohort this size, one-to-many program can't always meet every founder's needs, especially their individual ones that are unique to their circumstances. Several founders shared feedback that they would have loved more time with specific speakers because the feedback from these sessions often were very profound. In future cohorts, we'll place greater emphasis on creating more personalized mentoring opportunities. This is to ensure that every founder can feel and get targeted support that's aligned to their needs. Through this program, we had over 30 workshops on top of mentoring, peer-to-peer learning, and conversations with leading Web3 VCs. These workshops gave every founder the opportunity to ask some of the questions that have been burning at the back of their brain and to get insight on how investors think. We also gave the founders the opportunity to meet over 100 plus investors in our network. By attending the Draper Summit, they were also able to co-host their own events, and we also guided them on how to cold outreach their way to important one-on-one meetings with investors of interest. So what happens next? Currently, we're focused on ongoing support for the Fund 13 Cardano founders, and it definitely doesn't end with the residency. Founders continue to have support and access to a broader community for additional resources and support. Looking ahead regarding future iterations of the program, we will be excited to submit a proposal for Fund 14 and beyond. Internally, we're still discussing and exploring what the next version of this program looks like and how it will be better for next year. We wanted to thank Project Catalyst, the Cardano community, for your continued support. This is just the beginning. Together, we're not just building startups, we're accelerating the entire Cardano ecosystem.